back for another day on the emergency dam repair, take 2, I guess you guys can call it. If you remember from the last video, we are down a dozer. The 850J has been hauled off to the shop for some repairs. Hopefully we get it back soon, but we're going to do the best we can with what we got, because this just might be the most crucial day on this job. So let's hit the ground and get started. All right, guys, a few observations this morning before we hit the ground running. First off, and most importantly, check that out. There is no wet spots or no damp spots in our fill at all. It looks absolutely awesome. We did dig back in here. Didn't get it on video yesterday. We did dig back in here and try to plug off that water seam. And I still don't know if it's coming out of the pond, guys, to be honest with you, because it come back and it turned and it went this way, kind of following that old groove down through there. So long story short, I don't see any water coming out. Everything seems to be good. The bad news is, as you guys can notice here, this part of the bank started sliding off on us, and that's part of the dam that's never slipped before. But I know I keep harping on this. Let me get down here below before Jerry corner bits this out. It kind of confirms everything we've been thinking. I gotta run or he's gonna beat me to it. Down in there, we did not put that there. That was buried. You guys look really close, it's sliding off right on that gray layer we keep talking about right here. Right there, see where it slid off? So that confirms our plan should work. So what Jerry's doing now is basically going in there and corner bit the notch in it. The notch in it, which should remove that slip plane layer. We'll come in here and put a 16, 18, 20 inch fill in. You guys can see how it's sliding off right here. Compact that all down, then jump up, stair step over, and notch it off again. It is like 8 o'clock in the morning. It is burning hot out here. That's where this dozer right here really shines over that other 850 there if you're corner bitting out of the corner like that. See how straight it's pushing and how little he has to fight it? That other 850 won't do that. It'll want to suck itself into the bank, where that one there will just kind of keep scooting itself along through there. So that works out pretty good. But basically we're going to cut this down, stair step our way up, and just keep coming back in here with lifts. Should work great. Just to follow up on that real quick, by corner bitting that out every so often, every lift, that eliminates that slip plane that's on probably a 15 or 18 degrees slope. On the dozer this morning before Jerry got here. This job and that last lake we built are kind of the two reasons why I went ahead and bought that new dozer. I didn't really want to push this old dozer this hard in the middle of summer, as I knew we had a lot of yards to move. I guess the good news is the other dozer made it through the big lake job, but I didn't make it through this one. But knock on wood, that thing's That thing's running like a sewing machine, so we're gonna keep going. All right, so while Jerry's doing that, I'm gonna go down here. We got the pipe in the rock. I'm gonna go ahead and extend that pipe down because the ultimate goal is to take this dirt, put it in there first, and we'll take that dirt and bring it back up. So, off to the ball though. Jerry's making pretty good progress getting that next lift in. That first little push across there, it's just kind of aggravating and awkward a little bit. Once he gets that top pushed off that pile, that next time he comes across there, it'll be a lot easier on him in the machine because he's not going up and over. He's kind of pushing on a straight plane. But you guys can see with that dozer, it comes through there pretty straight. He still ends up with a full plate on the other side. He's getting it layered in. He's not quite ready for us to run the compactor yet. I've got this ditch scratched out. It's a far cry from straight, but I kind of followed the old ditch, so that's is what it is. So anyways, got a coupler, got some pipe. Let me get the pipe laid down in there. Again, we're gonna throw some stone on this. The reason for the stone is not to filter the water, it's to protect the pipe while we're pushing all this dirt across it. So just a little bit of an insurance policy. The real question is, if we had the big new green John Deere here, would you be running it or would you be on this one?
On this here, dependable.
Yeah, it's kind of like you, Jerry, dependable. Yeah. Hey, it's still doing good though.
Yeah. I'm not too sure if you ought to have the camera up here for all the work. I know if the man behind the scenes was here, it'd be up here.
Yeah. If man behind the scenes was here, it's hard to tell what we'd have on camera. We know how that goes.
Hey, it'll take 10 or 15 minutes yet. I'm not going to go all the way up in there.
All right, I'm going to go ahead up on top and get those hoses wrapped up and get ready to get that corner pulled back.
And then don't forget where the work's going on.
Yep. Don't worry, Jerry. We'll get this.
All right.
Yeah.
When you're done with that, I can cover everything.
Yep. You can do whatever you need to there. It's pretty deep down through there, so should be good to go. All right, I'm gonna go do something before I get fired. Oh, Jerry, you gotta love that old cart. I'm just glad he's willing to talk a little bit more on camera, and when he does, I don't have to use the B button anymore. We're making progress, guys. We are making progress in more ways than one. Up and around we go. I was really hoping Matt was going to find time yesterday to roll these hoses up, but he worked his butt off yesterday and ran out of time, so I guess I get the privilege of rolling up pump hose. All right, got all the hoses wrapped up. Give you guys a little look-see here at the top, kind of what I'm talking about. So you guys can see it's kind of cracking and breaking away right here a little bit. It has slid down slightly right there. I don't believe this is near as deep because I believe that line goes about straight through where our pump was at right there. But what Jerry and I decided we want to do is go ahead and dig a lot of this back and probably just keep the dirt right here close, and just that way it's kind of chalked back in here. I don't think this is sliding as much as it was pulled whenever that slid out. But either way, we're this deep into it, we definitely don't want to take any more chances. As you guys can see, the dam is kind of slowly falling and breaking away there a little bit, but we're still pretty good ways from the water there, so I'm hoping we can get built back up to it before we lose too much. The good news is this thing don't catch a whole lot of water, so if we do get a rain, it don't fill up real fast. That's a comment I got a lot in the previous videos. It's going to take years for this thing to fill up. It's filled up 3 times now, or twice, going to be 3 times, and depending on what the rain we get through the winter, it takes one good wet season, and it'll probably be full. And once it is full, it's nice because you don't have a whole lot of runoff in there, so it keeps it pretty clean. But I guess we're gonna hop on the roller next and hammer that in for Jerry real quick. We'll come back up here and dig this point off. Well, let's see if this jewel will start this morning. I don't run this thing very often. Iron a hole. Let's go roll something. With the next one, I don't know what is more of a boring job, rolling or dump truck driver. They are both monotonous, let me tell you, but it is going good. It is packing good. Man, dozer's running good, roller's running good. I hate to jinx it, but everything's doing good. Everything is doing good. We had the other dozer here because in theory that'd make it twice as fast, but I'm just thankful we got one that's still here and running, so we're going to use it for all she's worth. If I can give you guys an example of what I'm talking about with this dozer, you guys watch Jerry. If he comes in, he's just going to grab it on the corner of the blade. And once the actual dozer itself, he does not have to hardly fight it at all. That thing just keeps pushing. Even whenever he spins, it just slides sideways. It don't want to turn. I'll tell you that much. It does have more power. We might just have to settle this with a push-off. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if we should just do a push-off. I'll probably have to find another operator than Jerry. See what I think it'd be cool. All right, I'm gonna head back across the dam to the other side over there, hop on the Volvo, and we'll start getting that corner pulled back while he's putting that lift in. All right, we made it up here at the Volvo. You guys can see Jerry off in the distance there. He's still going to town. What I'm wanting to do here now is save as much of this topsoil off the top of this little slide here we got. So I'm gonna come in here and kind of shade it back. And I think we'll probably take the dozer. We'll kind of dish this out. That way this new lifts we're bringing in will kind of tie into it. It won't be tying in right into a shear wall, if that makes sense. But I gotta get this dirt moved back, and I want to save what topsoil we can. I got a feeling when it comes to the end of this job, we're gonna be scrounging for every little bit of topsoil we can find. There wasn't a whole lot of here to start with, and then you guys seen the other videos, we've done stripped it, put it back once, now we're stripping it, putting it back again. So every time you do that, you're guaranteed to lose a little bit. Let me kind of get this pulled back here, and then we'll probably hop on the D4 and kind of shape it a little bit. That way, whenever Jerry makes it across with the lifts, we got a little bit of time. Whenever he makes it across with the lifts, he'll have something he can tie into here. Digging dirt. Well, as you can see up there on top, I got most of the topsoil stripped off and pushed up in a pile. I believe what I'm going to do now is get the D4G. I want to kind of carry that slope on up and through basically that knot right there. We'll take that knot, bring it down in here, and use it as a lift. And then as we bring lifts across, we'll just kind of notch small little benches in there, and that'll hopefully tie the new and the old together and make them one. So let's go up and see if the old D4 will start this morning, and I guess we'll use it. Well, let's see if this girl will start, or if it's gonna make me walk all the way over there to get my truck and jumper cables. It's always a guessing game with this thing. It's always a guessing game. Good mood or bad mood day, Dozer? Hey, it's gonna be a good day. Getting ready to start shoving that bank off, guys, and using it for a lift, and decide I'd corner bit into this here a little bit and see what we got. I'm kind of glad I did, because you can sort of see the old slip layer, which is just right below the surface there. And this section of the dam right here is pretty mushy. So here's the dilemma we got. We are still well below the water level here, probably 4 or 5 feet below the water level right here in this area. If I go and dig that out, we take a chance of the dam failing and bad things happening. If I don't dig it out, we take a chance of doing this over a third time. Neither one of those sounds like really great options. The other option is we can continue to pump the lake down. I don't have that time this morning. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully notch that out with the excavator a little bit, and try to bring some of this better dirt off the top back down here pretty quick. At least get it built back up above that slip layer so I can't kick out of there. And if I can get that pulled off, I think we're officially on the home stretch. A little bit of risky business here, but I guess it's part of it. Well, let's go digging here and see what we find. I'll keep one eye on what I'm doing and one eye on the bank up there. Stuff there don't look too bad, it just looks wet. Not like leaking wet, just saturated wet. All right, I got that dug out. I didn't go too extreme over there because it kind of goes back up. I don't know, there must have been a dip or something right here. I do feel a whole lot better about that. The slip plane is actually up there on that upper bench. I just wanted to kind of dig down here a little bit deeper and make sure there wasn't anything hiding down there that we didn't know of. So far, so good. The bank's still holding, but it's an absolute race against time now. Let's get some dirt back in this thing, get it compacted before we lose it. Alrighty then, that was one slightly nerve-wracking lift, but now that it's all done, I feel a lot better about it. There was a soft spot there, we got it dug out, everything's nice and tight now, and we'll never have to wonder whether we should have or shouldn't have. Now we know, and fortunately it turned out good. So Jerry's still got some dirt left over there to the east, but it's getting pretty wet down there at the bottom of that pile. This dirt here is quite a bit drier, so I think we're going to take this up here and make our next lift out of this dirt, and we may even mix it a little bit. Jerry's kind of got a little bit of a knot or a little bit of a pile pushed up there. I'm going to take the excavator and kind of give him an assist, and it's just so hard to get that dirt pushed up over that hill there. So I'm pretty sure I can hop in the machine, give him a little bit of a hand. He's getting the majority of it to where he can get a push trench going, and we should be in pretty good shape. I think this is a clue that, hey, Dirt Perfect, you're parked in the way. Yeah. That was the look of either you can move the machine or I'll move it forward. I'm going. All right, I'll move it forward. I know it sounds a little bit crazy or possibly counterproductive, but Jerry's got a spoil pile pushed out here. We run out of places to lose dirt, and it's really steep on the backside. It's hard for him to get that dirt and get it back up without burning a lot of fuel. So if I can sit up here on top, spin this dirt around, put it up here on the flat ground, he can grab twice as much and push it in there as the next lift. So that's basically what I'm trying to do for him. Take the top 6-8 feet off this pile, spin it around here and put it on flat ground. And he'll come in here with the dozer. If he feels like he's got what he can push with the dozer, he'll come in here and grab it, push it out of the way, and then we'll make another pile. In the meantime, while we're doing this, he's over there pushing up what he can. That slope over there is not near as bad. We've already done this over there, so he can grab quite a bit of dirt for it, carry it all night. There goes Jerry taking my pile away. Beautiful. Always nice when a plan comes together. Hands a big faster. It don't matter where I park it, Jerry, it's always in the way.
If I cover everything up, we won't have nothing to run.
Every time I park stuff, it always ends up in the way. Never fails. We're making really good progress here, guys. Everything's going pretty smooth. Man, oh man, I wish we had both 850s here. It'd be some awesome video of these two pushing side by side. Not only that, we really need them here just to flat move the dirt. But as you guys can see, Jerry's got a good 16, 18-inch lift in there. I've actually got a little bit ahead of him, got quite a bit of dirt piled up there. I believe I'm gonna hop on the D4G, help him get caught up a little bit, and then I'll go back and swing in some more dirt. So you guys will get to see two dozers running together, but it's not the two I was hoping you'd see. So hammer down and get this done. Well, we pretty much got that next lift in. That went pretty smooth getting that dirt up over the knoll. Switched halfway through and just started using both dozers and was really wishing I had the other dozer. Not only would it make it faster, I just think it would have made an awesome video for you guys, but it is what it is. So we're gonna get this lift here kind of buzzed off with the D4G and then run the compactor over it, and we'll probably call it. It's actually Sunday, or actually Saturday. Tomorrow's Sunday, so we're not working. There's kind of a chance of rain. We're just trying to get everything kind of sealed off and come back Monday and do it. So anyways, well, this is how we're going to leave it at the end of the day, guys. It went very, very well. Another successful day. I believe we are about 2 or 3 feet from water level in there. So if we have failure now, at least it's not going to be catastrophic failure. But I'm feeling pretty good that's going to stay. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed for a little bit longer. But everything we are putting in is packing nice. It feels tight. There's no soft spots. There's no jello spots. It's really seems to be bonding pretty good. So what the plan is from here on forward is we're going to continue as we go up to corner bit into this edge and try to keep eliminating or removing that slip plane. I'm hoping we hit the old keyway of the dam, which it should be cut right there. And if we hit the old keyway to the dam, we'll stop there. If for some reason we don't hit the old keyway to the dam, because it may be over this way farther, nobody really knows where it's at. So we're just kind of going off whatever we can figure out here. We'll at least go to the back slope of the dam and make sure we intercept it that far. And then I think from there, we're pretty good. This is going to be a pretty good chalk and it's going to stay. This right here is showing signs of being virgin. That looks to me like a cut fill line right there. So I got a feeling that means the keyway's over that way a little bit farther, but I don't know for sure. We're just going to have to keep incrementally gouging into it, removing that slip plane, and eventually once we get up to the top, it shouldn't really matter a whole lot anymore because this all should be good solid dirt chalk, let's put it that way. So I know it's hard to tell in this job, guys. It's like all we're doing is flip-flopping dirt. We put it over here and we bring it back over here and vice versa. So hopefully you guys are following along with what the plan is. Maybe you'll get a little better vision of what's going on if I throw the drone in the air. So let me do that. You guys can kind of get a end of day, beginning of day comparison, and we'll go from there. Real quick here on the top side, that's the top of the dam. That's where it breaks over. I'm pretty much in line with it. If I spin around, right there is where it's cracking, and that's where it cracked at before as well. When we did this repair the first time, remember me guys showing you that little slip plane down there before? From here over, never has moved. So if I had to guess, if I was a betting man, that keyway runs right down through here, which is actually exactly where it should be. So you connect the dots, it all makes sense. Nobody really knows. Even the guy that built the pond, you know, stuff changes so much. It's kind of hard to really gauge it unless you survey it. But I'll stand back here a little bit. Basically, I'm standing at the crest of the dam. And if you look right straight over there, that's where it's supposed to be. And that stress crack is right there. So the dots are aligning for it to be in the right place. Let's put it that way. You guys can see from the drone shot here, we have moved a lot of dirt, but we still have a lot of dirt to move. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, if you don't care to hit the thumbs up button, it definitely helps the channel out. If you want to make sure you don't miss it on the next video, consider subscribing. That would also be appreciated. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed, and we shall catch you on the next one.